I promised we were going to talk about Chale Wote, yes. And last year was 3 days or so of Chale Wote at Jamestown. This year, I hear it's expanded. You know, Chale Wote keeps growing by the years. This is the 5th year. And let me not do much of the talking because that's why they are here to talk about Chale Wote. So I have the co-director for the Chale Wote Street Art Festival, Sionne Neely. Hi. She's Dr. Sionne Neely, by the way.
Thank you, Nia.
Okay, and then all the way from Joburg, South Africa, sunny South Africa, I like to say, is Linda Machikiza, whose name I'm going to be borrowing very shortly. She is an artist with Johannesburg Massive, or Joburg Massive, as they like to call them. Welcome, Lindy Way.
Thank you.
First time in Ghana?
No, I was here last year.
You were here last? How come I missed you at the Chale Wote Festival?
Wasn't for the festival, it was at the National Theatre for another play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now you're coming for Chale Wote?
Yes.
Okay, great to have you. But let me start with you, Sion. This is what, the 5th year?
This is the 5th annual Chale Wote Street Art Festival.
Wow.
And yeah, just like you said, we're expanding. Every year we grow, and this year is no exception. So we're expanding to 4 days.
4 days?
4 days.
Why 4 days?
Well, one reason was we had a film festival as part of the festival in Jamestown, but we realized that more people are interested in seeing the action, the live action.
It's true.
Yes, but we wanted to make sure that the filmmakers, an amazing group of filmmakers, including Lindy Way and a number of Johannesburg Massive crew, to make sure that they had light and there was enough interest and attention on what they had to bring. So the first 2 days will be called the Labs at Chale Wote.
Okay.
And that's a mix of film screenings, more than a dozen films by Ghanaian filmmakers as well as international filmmakers.
Okay.
And we also have some music installations by DJs, and then some interesting conversations about this year's theme, which is African electronics.
It's interesting how you guys come up with the themes every year. Last year was something about death, rebirth, and I forgot the third one. And this year, African electronics. Why African electronics?
Well, we think that now more than ever, it's important for us to tap into a superpower grid.
Okay.
And so the whole idea is that we are all artists, that we all have a creative potential to change our communities, to create a different kind of life. And so African electronics is just a way to tap into the impossible. How can we come together, energize ourselves, and create a whole different reality? So that's what Chale Wote is all about. A lot of people coming together, combining their creativity, even people coming to the festival who come as characters and they come and perform something new and interesting. So that's what it's all about, is us tapping into our energy that's inside of us to create something else.
So Lindy, what can we tap from you and the Joburg Massive crew? What are you bringing to us this year at the Chale Wote Festival?
Well, we've been very inspired by the theme this year, and one of the ways is just the process of getting here. So very much inspired by what Sion has just said. We have combined our collective energies and our profiles and our resources and abilities in Johannesburg to be able to get here to the festival as a kind of pilgrimage. And we are a group of multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary artists, most of which have been working together over the years in Johannesburg and elsewhere on a variety of kinds of things. And this year we're bringing I'd say a broad group work called No Condition is Permanent, very much inspired by the Marujata song. And of that project, there are many smaller things: jam sessions by the Mushroom Hour, Half Hour, performances by myself and Joao Rekia, documentation, street art, graffiti, design, linguistics, many things, as well as a bunch of films that we've brought as well.
Okay, sounds really interesting. I can't wait to see. But what do, you personally?
I work in theatre and film. I'm a performer and a writer and a director.
Okay, so which means we are likely to see some of your films at the labs.
You'll see films that I've been part of,
Okay.
What we've done, because it's been one long hustle to get here, we've tried to make sure that everyone who is part of this 15-person collective has contributed something for the festival, even if they couldn't be here physically.
Okay.
So we have a program of films that we've contributed to the festival, and I am part of a lot of those films because we actually are a community operating in Johannesburg, more or less informally, helping each other out and working with each other over the years. But in terms of a live interaction, I will be there doing some performances and also doing some theatrical stuff and some contributing, collaborating with the Mushroom Hour, Half Hour, and wherever else I'm needed and wanted.
Okay, so Sionne, you've told us you have 2 days of labs, which will be mostly the screenings. When are they?
Yes. So Thursday, August 20th, we'll be at Nabuke Foundation in East Legon from 1 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
So it's a mix of screenings, of conversations, and also music installations by some amazing DJs.
Okay.
And then on the Friday, August 21st, we'll be at WB Du Bois Center, the same time, 1 to 9 p.m. And it's going to be great. So if you're a film lover, if you're interested and curious about what Ghanaian filmmakers are working on, as well as a whole crew of international filmmakers. And it's going to pretty much launch the festival in Jamestown, which will happen on the 22nd and the 23rd.
Saturday and Sunday.
Right, right.
Okay, so which means this year we're going to be in Jamestown only on Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
But then Thursday and Friday it's still part of the Chale Wote Festival.
Yes, so it's the launch. Thursday at Nabuke, Friday at WB Du Bois Center.
So eventually we are likely to see Chale Wote become a one-week festival.
I think we might be gesturing into that area. we don't seem to be content with it just being a 2-day. Every time we have to expand and grow.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. We have more than 200 artists taking part this year.
Okay.
And a number of people flying in.
How do you get them? Where do you get them from?
We just put the call out, and I think it just resonates with people. And you see that excitement, you see that energy year after year, people coming, more and more people. So I think it's tapping into what people want.
Lindy, how did you hear about it, for instance?
Well, I met Sionne last year in Johannesburg, and since then we've been speaking about it. And this year, when she visited in March, I actually wrote it down and stuck it on my calendar, and she witnessed that. And now we are here.
The power of the imagination.
For sure. And I think it is about like a like-minded group of people and realizing that there is a worldwide community of artists who are interested in doing certain things a certain way, imagining the world a certain way, and who are down to really work at that and play with that and collaborate with each other and be part of that network and that movement. So that's why we are here, and that's why we want to keep coming back. So we'll be there for the next time.
Okay. Final question, Sionne. Last year at the Chale Wote, I remember someone met me. He said he saw the interview we did on the white carpet. So he came all the way from, was it Bolga, one of the upper regions of the country, and he wanted to see how we could network with the artists, see how, if possible, Chale Wote could go up north. Do you guys have plans of going beyond Accra?
Everyone is asking us this question, and I think it's in the pipeline. Let's just say that. But we want to have a presence in Jamestown. We want it to grow and have a base there. But we're definitely thinking about taking Chale Wote on a tour, not just in Ghana, but hopefully outside as well.
Okay. So sorry, I couldn't remember your name, but you have the answer right there. Sionne says it's in the pipeline. They're working on it, and I'm sure you know yourself. You're probably watching White Carpet right now. So thank you very much for that question that you asked me last year. Sionne, thank you very much for joining us. Lindy, thank you so much for joining us. But I will leave you with comments some have about Chale Wote. They've been part of it. They've experienced it. Let's hear what they have to say. After that, we'll be back with our critics.
It's a great initiative. It's something that involves the whole community in an arts festival, and it's a way for them to showcase what they have within the community.
It's been going for a couple couple of years, but it's my first time here. And what's really great to see is a collection of all the interesting things going on in Accra. Chale Wote being here means there's a platform for many different art forms. And because they have to conceive of things, new things, to come and perform every year, it means that the arts are developing as a result of the festival being there.
Chale Wote Street Festival is one of the best contemporary art festivals to come out of Africa and Ghana as a whole, because it concentrates on all the art aspects in the country and in Africa. There's music, there's poetry, there's rap, there's culture, there's food, there's street art. There's so much to it. It's a place to learn and to be inspired. So it's one of the best ever to come out.
Great artwork and great artists are performing on the street, just spontaneous. There's a great bunch of people watching to them. Really great. I like it very much.